So an input box displays a message and also a text box, and this is where the user can input the data. An input box has the following syntax. First is the keyword there for input box, and then next, inside of parentheses, you put the prompt, and that's what you want the message to be. That's what you're going to be asking the user. And the maximum length for your prompt is about 1024 characters, but that really depends on the width of your characters. Then, optionally, you can put in a title. Now, if you don't put in a title, then it'll just say Microsoft Excel across the top of the input box. You also have the option next to put in your X and Y positions. Now, these are both measured in TWIP, and a TWIP is defined as being 1/1440th of an inch. So the XPOS is, again, it's in TWIPs, and it's the horizontal distance from the left edge of the input box to the left edge of the screen. And the YPOS, the Y position, is the vertical distance from the top of your input box. Lastly, you have the options for putting in the help file and the context for that help file. So that's the syntax. All right, so since you're asking users for input, then you can store that returned value inside of a variable. So in the following example, I'll just create a really simple input box that asks people to put in their name. So I'll first go ahead and get rid of the syntax there. And I'll create a new procedure called test. So again, I'm going to have an input box pop up asking people what their name is. And whatever their name is, I want to store that in a variable. So I am going to declare your name as a string. So I'll type in your name is going to be assigned. I'll put in my input box keyword there, parentheses. See, it's showing me there my syntax. So I'll just type in enter your name. All right, so let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and run this. And you see there's the input box. There's my prompt, enter your name, a text box waiting for that information. There's an OK and a cancel button. All right, I'll go ahead and cancel this. And remember, since whatever someone types in the input box is being stored here, and it's being stored as a variable called your name for you to use later on. So let me actually show you something. I am going to create a quick message box that's going to display the variable your name. So I'll type in my message box and your name is, I'll put in a little space there, and then the variable your name. So I'm going to have an input box pop up. I'll type in my name, and then automatically a message box will throw that variable, my name, back at me. So let me test this out. Enter your name. I'll go ahead and type it in there. Hit OK. And then there's my message box. So you can see it did store that variable for later use. So input boxes, you need to add a prompt. And optionally, you can add in a title, default text, screen position, and help.